to 19th century Halifax in the brand new BBC One drama Gentleman Jack. Please welcome the resplendent English Rose, Sophie Rundle.
Good morning, Sophie.
Hello, good morning. Thank you very much. You said that would be a great introduction. It was.
Did he tell you it was going to be a great introduction?
He said it was going to be brilliant.
Did he? Well,
yeah.
Unfortunately, he was right. So, Sophie, I watched this last night ahead of the big you-know-what at Anfield at 7:45 in the Champions League. I watched Gentleman Jack episode 1. It's on the sneak preview BBC website, which they still let me look at. Opening titles, so it opens Halifax 1832. And then there's not a car crash, but there's a cart crash, which was very, very exciting, because who knew there was 1832, the 1832 version of Road Rage, which obviously, if you think about it, would exist.
It's a thing.
So there's a cart pile-up. And then you get the opening titles, which look like something for Sherlock Holmes. I said Sherlock Holmes because I thought that it was like a Sherlock could take on Sherlock, which I quite liked. And then we meet you, and then we meet not you, but Anne Walker, your character. Then we meet Mrs. Lister, this sort of femme fatale force of nature, who comes out of nowhere and really existed.
Mm-hmm. She was a real woman.
Tell us about all that.
So it's based on this real woman called Anne Lister, who was, I guess she was sort of the first open lesbian in society, and she was this diarist. She wrote millions of words in her diary, and it was all in code, and they were buried and hidden away, and they were sort of discovered in the 80s, and they've been translated, and it's this extraordinary story. She lived openly as a lesbian. She was this sort of, she walked around in a top hat, and she owned land, and she was fearless, and she married a woman, and that's who I play.
It's funny though, because you say she was fearless, but she was fearless in one aspect of her nature, but very fearful and fragile in another.
That's very profound and insightful. Yeah,
she was, though, wasn't she?
She was.
She was very, very vulnerable at times.
Yeah,
which is why she portrayed this sort of stronger public personality.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that she came up against such a lot of stick in her life because she was so different. People didn't know how to cope with her, and she's played brilliantly by Saran Jones, who is just so good in this. She's rock and roll.
She's rock and roll. She's funny. She's serious. Like I say, she's vulnerable. Yeah, she's cool. Sensitive.
She's sexy.
She's confused. She's super intelligent. She's commanding, and but then she's wanting, hugely, massively wanting.
Yeah, and I think she's wanting what everyone who's in a straight relationship is allowed to have. She wants to legitimize her love and her life choices, and that's what she's sort of desperately searching for. And she's had all these affairs with women, she's travelled, but no one has been brave enough to commit to her. And then she meets my character, and when it starts in episode 1, it's kind of I think she's sort of really in it for the money. She's sort of having a bit of fun and flirting, and then they end up falling in love with each other.
Okay, and your character is very much belittled from the off in the first episode. So why is that? Before we go into what happened in Hastings, which I love because that line just keeps coming up again and again and again. So tell us about Anne Walker, because she is almost accidentally inherited like loads and loads of money, loads and loads of land.
Yeah, she's like the rich bachelorette in the area, and she's this really cripplingly shy young woman, and she's so awkward, and she's just got no friends her own age, and she's got these older relatives, and everyone's kind of trying to exploit her for her money. So she's this really sad little creature, and I think she's just desperate for some kind of life or adventure, and then Anne Lister comes in and sort of blows her world apart.
And the thing they both have in common is they are both surrounded by people yet extraordinarily lonely.
Yeah,
and they recognise that within each other, and that's the therein lies the connection. Would you say?
I think so. Yeah, I've always thought they're like two sides of the same coin. Really, they both give each other what the other one doesn't have. So I think Anne Walker allows Anne Lister. There's a lot of Annes in the show. It gets very confusing.
There's a lot of gangrene as well.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot of legs being chopped up in the first episode, but it is brilliant. Where for Halifax 1832? Where did you shoot it in 20 whenever it was?
In Halifax.
Oh, did you go to Halifax?
Yeah, we filmed all up around in that sort of area. We filmed in Shibden Hall, which is still there, which you can go to, and and we were lucky. It was the heat wave last summer.
I was going to ask you because the weather was beautiful. Yeah. It was one shot after another.
I know.
No lights required for this.
I know. It looks like Tuscany. It was like everyone was like, "This is not the Yorkshire that we all know." But
I was thinking, when was it? I thought it must have been last summer.
So I was just boiling all summer. I had like 7 layers of petticoats. It's just basically
why do you have to have the layers underneath when nobody sees them from from a props point of view? Is it to fill out the skirt then?
It's the silhouette.
But TV people are really clever. Can't they just do that with a wireframe or something like that?
I mean, please, if you could speak to all costume departments, I'd really appreciate that, because my whole career has just been like corsets and like your petticoats are literally like duvets. It's like going to work wrapped in your duvet.
What's the most tightly you've been tied in, and for which role?
Oh, I don't know. Probably this, actually, because it's so important that she looked really rich and beautiful in all her outfits.
Yeah.
And I mean, I have no self-restraint when it comes to lunchtime, so I was always eat potatoes, and I'm like,
and having been round movie sets and TV drama sets, because you don't get smell-o-vision on television, do you? But all you get if you go to a movie set or a big TV drama, all you can smell is the catering department all day. And most people who are actually in front of camera, they're sort of not allowed to eat by their own volition.
Yeah.
But they must be starving.
I know, and they cater, rightly so, for the crew who, they work such long days, so they want chips and they want, fry.
Loads
and
of
so
carbs.
do I.
Loads of carbs. Like the best cricket tea you've ever come across. So, how many eps are we looking at here?
Eight episodes.
All right, and it's the big new Sunday night drama, okay?
Yeah.
So you're in line of duty territory,
Oh,
aren't you?
God.
Okay.
Very different, though.
No, of course it is. I'm just saying that you're in that slot.
We've got the Sunday 9 p.m. You've had your roast.
Yeah.
What are you going to watch?
Okay. Did you watch Line of Duty?
Yeah, bits of it.
Did you get it?
Did I get it?
Yeah.
Did I figure it out?
Yeah.
Never.
Okay, because Vass has got this theory that 40 million people watched it, but not one of them had a clue what was going on. But they didn't care because it was so good.
Yeah, they loved it, but they didn't have a clue what was happening.
But that's good, isn't it? You don't really want to know. You want to be like trying to figure it out.
People were watching the final episode and saying, I loved it. I was trying to follow it. I couldn't. But I loved it. And I wouldn't be doing anything else.
Okay, so everyone's happy.
Did you watch it, Rachel?
Yeah.
And?
I concur with Vassos.
Did you watch all of them?
Yeah, and I had to really concentrate because of all the abbreviations, like CGO and FOI or whatever they were, and really concentrating and really thought I'd had it nailed. And by the end, it ended, and I said to Alex, what just happened? Can you explain it to me? So we had a look on some reviews and then we worked out what had happened.
Right, Peaky Blinders chat. I can't have it because I've never seen it. I've never seen it. I can only apologise, but I'm not going to pretend that I have. I know lots of people have and love it. I just don't have time to watch all, because I have to watch loads of telly for people that are coming into the show.
Yeah.
Peaky Blinders. Anybody on the Peaky Blinders chat? You have it.
I've got all the chat.
Give us all the chat.
I've been doing it for years. It's great.
I'm guessing series 5.
This is series 5 that's coming out at the end of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So could you give us a bluffer's guide to Peaky Blinders from the beginning to now in a minute?
Oh,
Come
God. Okay, it's about a crime family that lives in Birmingham in the 1920s. And everyone's very cool and very violent.
It's uber violent, isn't it?
Yeah, really violent, but also like really stylized. It's cool, man. It's got a really cool aesthetic. It's like a music video meets a sort of, I don't know, really gritty drama. It's really good.
Okay, no, I get it, because funny enough, in the paper today, and it's one of the few stories I've focused on today apart from the footy, James Gandolfini's son is about to play the young Tony Soprano in a movie that's been long anticipated, and it's called The Many Saints of Newark. And of course, here's me being hypocritical, saying Peaky Blinders uber violent, but you can't get more violent than The Sopranos was. But I absolutely adored that. I mean, people do say it's the Black Country's version of The Sopranos, and it's got the look, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Because now loads of people have adopted the Peaky Blinders look. More males than females. More blokes.
I think it's brought flat caps back for an entire generation, and it's great. It's given guys like a kind of new look to play around with. There's lots of like waistcoats and there's sort of. I was on Instagram earlier and there was a Peaky Blinders wedding. Like, it's got a real.
Was that from the weekend?
Yeah, I saw it on Instagram. I couldn't believe it. All the groomsmen had their Peaky Blinders caps on.
A Peaky Blinders wedding. Let's hope the reception didn't go to Peaky Blinders in the end.
Yeah, I mean that you wouldn't want to be at that wedding.
Wouldn't want that, okay. But this couldn't be more opposite to it. Gentleman Jack starts Sunday 19th of May, BBC One 9 p.m. And you can go online now on the iPlayer and see the trailer for it. It's very cool again, isn't it? The way you now have to do drama, you have to have a different take on drama. You have to step up your game, don't you? When you're making drama, when you're writing it, when you're acting in it, everybody's got to be brilliant, and everybody in this is brilliant.
Thanks very much. It's Sally Wainwright. She's so good, and it's got all the hallmarks of a Sally Wainwright, like Happy Valley kind of style, but it's a period drama technically, but it's not what you expect.
Not what you expect. And the next thing you're doing may well be with James Norton, I'm hearing.
Are you?
Yes. Sophie's due to star alongside James Norton in Chasing Agent for Peaky.
I don't know why you've heard that.
Okay.
What's that?
Right, I have no idea.
Throw away that piece of
Just
paper.
father under absolute tosh. Wish I hadn't gone there. Have we done the travel?
No.
Okay. Thank you very much for being here.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Hope you've enjoyed it. Sorry the view isn't what it can be on other days.
It's pretty good.
All right,
it's a pretty good view.
It's pretty awesome anyway, isn't it? All right, Rachel does have the travel. Did you have trouble getting here, by the way?
I was in a lovely car listening to your show. So I had a lovely time.